This is how we settle our client at the wash bowl. You can have a seat. Make sure they don't lean back just yet. You're gonna place the towel, but no towels in the sink. Instead, you're gonna take the towel and you're gonna place it around her neck and have another clip to secure. We do this so we don't get the back wet. All right, now we're gonna guide our client back and we're bringing the sink to her shoulders here and resting her back and with our leg rest up at all times. Now starting off with the rinse, we're gonna check the temperature of the water. Make sure to always ask your client how the temperature is. We're gonna start by rinsing in a rainbow motion, staying on the hairline. Really scooping the hairline and all of her hair. Making sure to block her ears. You're gonna take your hand and push. Making sure your water hose is facing back as well. So it's not like front like this. It may get her ears and her neck wet. So really rinse off all of that dirt or anything that's resting on her hair. And make sure to rinse the ends as well. At least a good minute or two. All right, moving on to shampooing, you're gonna make sure that you emulsify in your hand first, giving a nice white lather, like so, before applying. Kind of like pinching to kind of really distribute all of that shampoo. For Milbon, the product, the hair wetter is better. Yes, really distributing all to her scalp area. Lifting the hair, that way I can get in the middle here, in between right over here. And if you're getting product over, you're gonna kind of doing like a scooping motion of her neck to kind of really distribute in this nape area. And then bringing the product down to her ends here. Okay, that was distributing product. Now we're gonna go ahead and start shampooing. Should always be a fast movement when you're shampooing to really scrub at the scalp. I'm using the beds of my fingers here. To shampoo the hairline really well, you can use your thumbs, use circular motions while these hands are resting so her head isn't like moving all over. You can just use your fingers here. Always leaving one hand on their head so it's not like wobbling all over the place. And then I'm gonna switch sides. If you're gonna wash on the side here, if there's color, you just ask them to turn their head a little and you can just get right there in the nape. You're here in this area. Okay, and scoot it over on the other side. What do we got over there? Yes. And then to shampoo the ends, and you're just gonna kind of work your way to the ends. Yes. To get a good cleanse, you might end up doing this 2 to 3 times. Same motion in a rainbow motion. Don't be afraid to get close to the hairline. I mean, if some makeup is removed, just, share with the client that we have to get in there. It's okay. Pushing the ears so we don't get any water in her ears. Same on the other side. With long hair, you definitely want to just use your arm and just kind of rinse towards the ends. I try not to scrumple it up like that or to prevent tangles. Moving on to conditioner. You're gonna apply from the mids to the ends for conditioner. Remember, wetter is better to really work in the conditioner. And then just stretching of the hair, stimulating the scalp. getting the blood flowing before we move into the massage. I like to use this as a detangling technique as well. And I'm kind of like, I'm pressing. I'm like, when my hands are in, I'm pressing to detangle, yes. We're gonna do simple massage techniques by using our beds of our fingers, working at the temples to start. And this is simple massage techniques. You can create your own as you go. Definitely ask your clients, how's the pressure? Start at the temples. I like to use my thumbs to work the hairline, circular motions. It should be nice and slow. And every section, I like to stretch out the hair just to get her blood flowing. Massage at the top of the head. And then really to get right here, this is the sweet spot for them. To kind of get a nice little massage. Top of their head. Towards the end, I like to massage the back of the neck here. So just gonna scoop. Grab all the hair. Make a nice, and you're gonna place your hand right there on the neck. Relax her head down. Always tell her to relax. Let her know that you have her head weight. I'm just gonna kind of give a nice squeeze to the back of her neck here. And then we're gonna place her head down nicely. And that is a simple massage technique. We're gonna do another rinsing technique. Same motions. Checking the temperature check, making sure it's okay with the client still. If there's any color in her hair, you wanna make sure you just keep rinsing until the water is clear. And always kind of going like this, kind of like massaging the scalp to get any color that's left over in her hair. She's gonna keep doing these movements until like all the color is out of her hair, if there was any. If you're gonna rinse under her neck, you can cup the hose and kind of work your way under. Let your client relax. You hold her head weight. We're gonna squeeze all the excess water before we towel wrap. Now, towel wrapping your client, you're gonna make sure that you dry her hairline first. I'm gonna scoop her head up, bringing the towel under her neck. Securing the rest of her hair in the towel here, and then bringing the other side to wipe her neck here. Just to dry around whole hairline. Put up the towel, long ways. Put my hand right in the middle here. And then we're just gonna twirl her hair in the towel. Right in the middle of the towel, kind of like wrap it, twisting it. Making a bun in her, creating a bun. You can use a clip to secure. Proper way to break down the wash bowl, you're gonna grab your sanitation bottle and you're just gonna spray inside, all over. Especially lifting this out of the way. There's sometimes color here and under here. Just spraying all inside. And you're gonna go ahead and give a nice, on hot, give a nice rinse. Make sure you rinse everything around the bowl. Sometimes there's color over here as well, sometimes. Then you're gonna give a nice wipe. Make sure you get the outsides of the bowl here. Sometimes there's color and bleach left over. Underneath, in the headrest area. And then just the water hose last. Get the handles. Just all in between here. And make sure the hose is up. Moving on to the chair, you're gonna spray the chair all over, the arms and the leg rest handle. Sometimes there's color that gets all over the sides here. And just give a nice wipe. Make sure you wipe also on the insides right here. Sometimes there's bleach or powder in the arms. And then a last wipe on the sides here and the handle. And that is proper breakdown.